Jade crushes Bliss. Bliss shattered. SmackDown chaos. Bliss destroyed. Jade dominates. What happens when a match that already had tension boiling under the surface suddenly tips into something nobody in the arena was really prepared for? And more importantly, how do you even begin to explain the moment when Alexa Bliss, someone who has survived mind games, chaos, and every psychological trap WWE has thrown at her, ends up completely wiped out in a way that leaves the crowd silent for a split second? Because this wasn't just a loss. This wasn't just a cheap shot. This was one of those SmackDown moments where you can feel the energy shift before your brain even catches up. It started like a lot of these stories usually do, with that uneasy feeling in the air. You know the one. The kind where the crowd is louder than usual, but it doesn't feel celebratory. It feels like everyone is waiting for something to go wrong. Alexa Bliss walks in, and there's already this mix of reactions. Some fans are cheering, some are just watching carefully like they've learned not to trust peace in WWE anymore. And honestly, they're not wrong. Bliss has been through enough over the years that normal doesn't really exist in her world anymore. Every appearance feels like it could turn into something unpredictable. But then there's Jade Cargill. And when Jade enters the picture, the whole atmosphere changes. Not gradually. Not subtly. It's like someone turned the volume of the entire arena down without touching the speakers. You can feel it more than you can explain it. She doesn't rush. She doesn't need to. That's the thing about her presence, it's not about speed, it's about weight. Every step feels like it means something. Every glance feels like a warning that nobody actually wants to test. And tonight, she wasn't here for a polite back and forth. You could see it in the way she looked at Alexa. No hesitation. No curiosity. Just that cold focus, like she already knew how this story was going to end. She was just deciding how painful the middle chapter would be. Now, if you're watching at home, this is the part where you start leaning forward a little. Because you can sense it too. Something's off. Something's building. And then it snaps. The first exchange isn't even really a wrestling sequence. It's more like a message. Jade doesn't waste time trying to feel things out. She forces the pace immediately. Alexa tries to respond the way she always does, quick movement, clever positioning, that unpredictable offense she's known for. But Jade just absorbs it. And that's when you realize this isn't going to be one of those matches where experience and mind games carry the day. This is going to be about impact. There's a moment where Alexa tries to turn things around, and for a split second, it looks like she might actually get control. You can hear the crowd react like they're ready for that classic Bliss comeback moment. That shift. That twist. But Jade shuts it down like someone flipping a switch. Not flashy. Not complicated. Just pure force. And from there, things start slipping. You ever notice how in WWE, there's always that moment where the match stops feeling like a competition and starts feeling like survival? That's what this turned into. Alexa gets cornered. Not metaphorically. Literally. And Jade just starts unloading. Heavy shots. Controlled aggression. Not out of rage, but out of certainty. That's what makes it worse to watch. It's not chaotic. It's deliberate. And the crowd? They start reacting differently now. It's not excitement anymore. It's that, oh wait, this might actually be bad kind of reaction. Someone near the commentary table even sounds like they're trying to process it in real time, like they're asking themselves the same question we all are. How do you stop someone moving like that when they don't seem interested in slowing down? Alexa tries to create distance again, but Jade keeps cutting it off. Every escape route gets shut down before it even fully opens. And this is where things take that darker turn. Because the steel chair comes into play. Now, in WWE, the chair is always symbolic. It's never just a chair. It's a statement. It means the rules are no longer even part of the conversation. And when Jade brings it into the equation, you can feel the arena tighten. Alexa sees it too. Of course she does. She's not new to this. She knows exactly what that means. And for a second, she hesitates. Just a fraction of hesitation, but in moments like this, that's enough. That's all Jade needs. The impact that follows isn't something you really watch so much as you process after the fact. Because in the moment, it's just noise, motion, shock. And then Alexa is down. Not just down in a wrestling sense where you expect the comeback in a few seconds. Down in that way where even the crowd stops reacting for a beat, like everyone collectively forgot what they were supposed to do next. You know that rare silence in WWE crowds? Not the respectful kind. The confused kind. The "did that just happen" silence. Yeah. That one. Jade doesn't celebrate in a loud way either. That's what makes it worse. There's no over-the-top reaction. No emotional explosion. Just a slow look around like she's confirming what she already knew. Message delivered. And Alexa, she's left trying to pull herself back together, but it's not quick. It's not clean. It's the kind of aftermath that tells its own story without anyone needing to say anything. And here's the thing fans are already going to start arguing about online: was this just dominance, or was this a warning? Because when someone like Jade Cargill starts stacking moments like this, it stops being about individual matches. It starts feeling like something bigger is forming underneath everything. You can already hear the fan debate starting in your head, right? Was that necessary? Is anyone going to stop her? Who even steps in next? And of course, there's the other side, the fans who are already fully on the Jade train, saying this is exactly what SmackDown needed. That level of force. That kind of statement. Meanwhile, Alexa Bliss fans are sitting there like, yeah, okay, we need answers now. And honestly? That's the hook. That's the part WWE knows how to play so well when it works. You don't just get a match outcome. You get questions that hang around after the show ends. Because this wasn't clean resolution. This wasn't closure. This was disruption. And the way Jade walked out after it all, it didn't feel like an ending. It felt like a beginning that nobody fully agreed to yet. Alexa eventually tries to recover, but even that recovery doesn't feel like a normal wrestling comeback setup. It feels heavier. Slower. Like she's dealing with more than just physical damage. Like there's a psychological edge to it now. And that's where this whole thing gets interesting. Because if you're watching closely, you start realizing this wasn't just about one attack. It was about control. About sending a message that doesn't need a mic, doesn't need a promo, doesn't need explanation. Just impact. And if you're Jade Cargill right now, you're probably thinking this is exactly how you establish dominance in